Yo, have you guys? Oh, I'm not sure with that pitbull acting.
Yeah, we should be good.
Yeah, like all sad and shit. Good.
Looks like we're in.
Go sad emotion.
Somebody check audio. Somebody check audio.
Yeah, well. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the stream. Probably when we have the most.
That's what happened.
I don't know
Podcast
if the
show,
mic is
you know.
working. Isn't
Watching traffic.
it's just like trying to watch a soccer game in the internet illegally. That's what happened. It is awesome. Good, good. We good.
Oh yeah, it's working. Oh no.
It is good enough.
Yeah.
Properties. How about now? How about now?
Yeah.
Should be good. I changed it to double channel. Check, check, check. Hello,
Yeah,
hello,
that's
hello.
We're channel.
Yeah. Hello, 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 hello,
That's a little
hello.
bit. Yeah, it's
Check, no, double check, because I don't want to be. He's doing that again. Look, stop getting me. Hello.
Look,
My
Osvaldo,
delay
can't you
is
see that
big, though.
it's off? Look at.
I just left. Yeah, figured it was.
Yeah.
Checking one, checking two, checking three, checking four. Hello, Osvaldo, you're a bitch, bro.
That's not.
Jesus. That's some self-respect,
Yeah.
please. Oh,
I didn't.
I didn't even.
That is true. What?
started. Grasshopper.
Oh, the thing. This. All right, guys, we'll be back.
Aldo.
Hello,
And it's gonna bring in people, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit! Like, I want to see this fight," and then it's gonna like cut off halfway, so then have to come in next week, and then that's how you get customers in. That's how you get suckers in.
Suckers. Crazy.
I mean, subscribers. Sorry, man. Subscribers. Yeah, sorry.
Same thing.
They are. They should be. Is there a lot of delay? Are we too high? Oh, not yours.
Mic too high? Not enough, sir.
Not enough for
Same.
this kind
Not
of
enough.
situations.
Put it towards your mouth. I feel like I don't have to tell you that. I feel like I shouldn't have to tell
No,
you that.
that
Put
you
the
do,
what?
Yeah.
You've been doing this long enough.
You need
I should not be able to
You
tell
need
you.
to have clear instructions.
No, you are a professional.
He does like direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
You know that.
you need to be explicit.
Camilo told me, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Why are you telling me this?"
Because professionally, I went through there already.
Yeah, he told me in my office, so like couldn't tell nobody after that. You know, that stayed in the office. I've never talked about that before, dude.
So now.
No, not even then, dude.
That's
Because this is still the office.
Let's
So
let me
it's-
plug this in your ass.
It's still the office, so it works.
It's the studio.
Let me plug this in your ass to see what's inside.
Can you leave my camera?
No, that's a perfect instrument.
That's a probe. Here, look. Here's the extended arm.
It has the shape.
That's the extended arm.
What is this for?
No, I was give me that camera.
That first
Give
one,
me
dude.
this
The first one is like
camera.
Can I see the
that.
camera?
No,
That.
you can't actually.
That's
Leave your
that's a clamp.
dirty,
That's a clamp.
perverted hands off
So
my
so think of
Ah.
like this.
Is this? Oh, you put it in and then boom.
Think of that. Yep.
Oh, okay. I was
All
about
right,
to
ladies
raise.
and gentlemen,
It's
excuse
an
the,
attachment point.
It's a feature.
Picture.
ladies and gentlemen, excuse the technical difficulties, but that's what happens when you're trying to stream on the internet. Shit goes left wire, but we're back. Hopefully
That's what
you can
happens when
stay
you're
here.
famous, dude. Like all this
traffic,
billions
right?
of traffic.
You can either, yeah,
You know, like that server
Cool,
burned
cool.
down.
Server burned down, right?
Yeah.
Server burned down. What game are you playing, man?
Zombie horde. Survival.
Survival.
I'm just getting power ups right now, dude.
You're just chilling, getting power ups, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, somebody send them emails right
Emails right now.
You know who?
Oh, I don't want to know actually.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So-
Woo!
Spando, we're right here, dude.
Let's
Let's
go.
go home.
Get it.
So
Let's go home.
Introspective Senses was good, right? Just to-
Intersex reflections?
Go again, Osvaldo.
What?
Look at the camera and say it.
Intersex
Yeah.
reflections. Isn't that what
Yeah.
it's called?
Yeah, he's this.
Intercourse sexual reflection.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that what it's called?
Inner city relationships.
Inner city relationship. What is that? A fucking UPN 20 show from the
Yeah.
90s? Inner city relations.
Yeah, I want to hear about this, Osvaldo. What?
Inner city relationships is wild.
That's the event. Jesus. To build relationships.
With the inner city?
Yeah.
That's why it was in the inner city.
It was a good show.
It was
I
an
enjoyed
amazing show.
The venue was tight as fuck. I
Yeah,
liked
it
it.
was nice.
Yeah, right? It felt like we time traveled to that bitch, right?
Yeah.
To shoot an EDM show.
If you were to sit in one of those couches, you would get pregnant. Right?
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
Get advice from my
We
boy.
had
Sarah.
couches? We had couches?
I don't think you did, but the
Yeah.
There was couches.
the venue, the
And
venue.
VIP,
Oh.
VIP had couches.
Why you guys
I
have
showed
those
I showed them. I was like, dude, I snuck in there. I was like,
couches?
boom. Nah, not those.
Not behind,
those.
not like that,
Not
not like
those.
that.
Dude, those were
Not
like,
like that.
those were like burned, run down sort of couches. Like
Damn, we had
The ones
couches.
back
I didn't
taste,
even
the
know
ones-
we had couches
There
like
was
that,
people
bro.
putting their faces in those couches.
that was wild.
Were people sitting at the couches?
Yeah, they were having sex.
A lot.
People were getting pregnant
Dave
for free.
wasn't that lit.
Osvaldo took a nap.
Dave wasn't that lit.
So you
You
didn't
didn't
like
see
it?
No, I think I liked
You
it.
didn't see him?
I really didn't even see the couch.
Look.
I think we're talking shit.
Go back to your camera on your DJI and look for.
I don't have that memory card in. It's a different memory card.
Okay, well,
What?
look at-
Which one do you have in right now?
That's why the camera failed, dude.
Obviously. fucking died and shit. It overheated.
Oh, that's what it does.
No, I think so. I don't
He
know.
had one job.
Look at all the issues we just had.
He had
It
one
could've been
job.
anything.
What camera, bitch?
Ah,
Because how long
Viven
were we
en
going
un
on the other
country.
stream for?
Like 45 minutes,
30 minutes, actually.
like 12 minutes. Dude.
maybe 5.
We barely got rolling.
Yeah.
So Introspective Senses
Oh, that's the name.
The real senses.
The introspective senses, man. Stop being
Intergalactic.
intergalactic what, bitch?
I'm waiting for you. I'm just repeating what you said.
Inner rational senses.
He lucky that didn't come out right. He lucky that didn't come out right. He super stepped on that shit. Yeah, irrational, Camilo.
Yeah.
Irrational
Yeah.
senses.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, irrational senses.
Yeah. May you say it properly?
Say
So,
with your accent.
Say what? Yeah.
Say with your accent now.
Oh, introspective lenses.
Oh, that's what you were saying before the stream cut off.
Oh yeah, that's a real thing.
Some dumb shit like that.
That's a real
Some
event.
stupid ass comment.
Dumbass thought you got
Dude.
going on over there.
You just, I had to bring it up because he's my friend. I had to say something about it.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
remember.
God damn, dude, like, how are you graduating in December?
He's not.
Damn, dude.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that's not the real place.
Camino's actually been right this whole time.
Yeah.
This is the most ironic shit about this friendship. Go here. He's been right the whole fucking
Been
time.
telling you, nobody listen.
That's true. Nobody listened. It's not because I didn't listen. Oh my god. But yeah, introspective. Hopefully, and we are keeping the name. Is MTI.
Trademark? Start saying it. Say it now.
The name is MTI. Just to let y'all
TM.
know, and we'll
What's
talk
the name again?
introspective senses.
TM.
TM. And on Saturday, I'm doing a solo stream.
Tuberculosis and malaria. Right?
What? What the fuck are you saying over there?
Yeah, what was
Hey,
that? What was that
What
mumbling?
the fuck was that? You lost yourself over there. Is it because Colombia lost today?
That was a crazy loss, not gonna
Well,
lie.
how was the loss, man? Did you guys watch it?
Got us
Crazy, apparently.
got us playing the fucking mountain and shit.
Bolivia.
Mount Everest.
Bolivia's a powerhouse.
Like, come on, I gotta play in dirty ass fields. Like, okay.
I'd rather play in a dirty field over
So what was
fucking
that?
Mount Everest.
Well, so give us context. Was it that bad?
No.
You're weak.
It was
then, that's what you're
1-0.
saying.
You just suck.
No, they couldn't
Let
run.
him have it. Yep, let him have
They
it.
couldn't run
That's
at
for
all.
you, Jose. Because you're here.
They couldn't run. No, they couldn't. You will see on their faces. They were fucking dying.
They had no breath, right?
No,
The
they were
altitude was
fucking
too crazy.
running out of oxygen. Yeah. That's even dangerous, bro. Like,
You could die, bro.
Viven in un country. And they can't play ball?
or
Come on, dude.
let's see
Load
if
up your
they
gun, bro. You can't
Let's
let
see
this
if-
shit happen.
let's see if they win in Barranquilla when they go. See what happens.
What was the altitude?
It'll be
know?
the same excuse as you said. I was too
from
high.
here.
Like
Oh,
8,000.
double.
Double from here.
Damn,
Yeah, that was
that's
like
high.
that was the highest one, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what the other ones just were running fine.
They
A
that's
little bit,
their
yeah.
strategy. All of their players are from that league.
They actually never give main stage vibes. How that game or what?
They never
No,
play
like
unless they play
conditioning,
home.
physical wise.
Physical wise, yeah.
They're all like very
They're
used to
ready.
their place.
Oh.
Are conditioned.
Damn, they fucking GTA'd your ass.
That's their strategy, though. Like, that's what they need to do. Like they will not win games
Unless it's that.
unless they take teams to play in the fucking Mount Everest. But that's fair. Though. That's what they got. That's what they use.
That's their field.
That's where
That's
they
it.
live. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Only a racist would be mad at somebody playing in their own country.
It's a home field advantage.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Yeah. Only somebody would be mad that
Come on, cunt.
somebody gets to play sports in their own country. How dare they? How dare they? And they don't accommodate to my things. How dare they play sports in their own
audacity,
country?
bro.
How dare they live and breathe in their own country, man? Shameful.
shout out to Colombia. 1-0 though. It's not bad, right?
It is because it was fucking Bolivia.
Was it like, did it matter or was it a friendly?
We're basically in the World Cup already. Then that should not happen.
It's gonna be.
If they can play like that, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait. Why shouldn't it happen? Because
Because it's Bolivia, dude.
I know, but it's the altitude.
I
You
know,
agree
but I
every
don't,
day
I don't
wrong
give a
Because
shit.
they're world country, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, Colombia is the U.S., bro. Come on. No,
that's what you're making out the team.
I mean, they
We
won.
want to play in that dirty ass high field.
Not dirty, high.
Oh, pretty high, you said.
No,
My
dirty
bad.
too, maybe. I don't know. It was just you will see the players. Fucking James Rodriguez barely can play in a fucking regular normal conditions. Imagine fucking James running in Mount Everest.
Should come train in Colorado.
It's not enough.
At least
They just be professionals and run.
Yeah.
Here's like 5,000.
Yeah, you just need to train, dude. Like that's what you get paid for. Just train.
The thing is to play a game every year. Imagine you having to prepare.
Yeah, once a year. Imagine
year.
that toll on you. You only got to play once a year at that place.
You just don't do
and
it.
you can't. Like you spent 364 days. Like, dude, I got to play here one more year. I got to prepare. I've been this high up already, and it just doesn't happen, dude.
As a player, you just don't do it.
Yeah, you just don't. Cause like, why? Who's Bolivia, right? So why would you be a professional and train your whole year when you know, like, hey, we gotta play these teams that play high up there? Why not prepare myself and train from before? But nah. Yeah, Mexico does that shit a lot. I hate that.
I'm surprised they showed up with like hummus and all main people.
No,
they have that's their only team right now, to be honest.
No,
like from James, like who else are you gonna take in?
Yasser Asprilla, number 10, Girona, 20 years old. How about that? How about Jader Duran? Fucking best striker in Europe.
But they're not taking them. So...
How about Luis Diaz? They did. They just didn't put them because the strategy was, okay, let's go get them tired. And then they did. They were playing with one less player, Bolivia. He got a red card.
Oh, damn.
And still. That's why it was a shameful loss.
See? So it's just on the players, just not on the height.
Bolivia was using only players playing in Bolivia.
In that league.
In that league.
How dare they use their own players for their national team? How dare they?
The ones playing in
How
Bolivia.
dare they, man? Crazy. How dare they?
All right, so
this is shameful, dude. Call FIFA right now. How dare
they?
How dare they? How dare Bolivia use
number?
their own Bolivian players, man?
Bro,
Crazy.
He's been having every workout with Mexico. Let him be.
I do the same with Mexico, dude. It's horrible.
He has in his speed dial, bro. It's fine.
Yeah.
What is it? You guys are playing, but this is something I never seen in my life before. Mexico is playing Valencia, dude.
What the fuck is Valencia?
It's a football country.
A league.
It's a club. It's not a national team.
You know where that place is from, dude.
Valencia.
I feel kind of like shocked.
It's not a national team.
No, I know. It's a Spaniard, like little team, right? Well, it's in the Liga todavía, ¿no? Valencia.
It's more than just like a team.
Yeah, but
it's more like a whole state, like a whole physical place.
State, my fault. A county, un condado. Valencia.
I mean, out there in Spain, dude, like a piece of dirt. I don't know.
They're pretty small.
Yeah, but when they play in Valencia,
supposedly this week, no?
Yeah, that's so stupid, dude. It's an international team against a
You thought it was kids?
Against a club team.
Yeah, I was like, hell nah.
Dude, that's why.
Hell nah.
What the fuck?
Ronaldo's making all kinds of different noises.
I mean,
today.
that or losing against Bolivia, I'd rather do that.
On a high mountain, I'd rather do go like that than lose against Valencia.
Oh no, they will win again. They're taking stops and shit. Like Valencia is just.
Under
23.
They'll probably still win.
No, they're bringing under 23 players. Maybe.
They'll probably still win.
Oh,
they'll beat them.
Well.
The way
But Valencia's in the Liga, you know?
Yeah, dude.
They're not doing that good.
It's a club team, yeah.
They're good. I mean, they're decent.
So, do we think that in soccer it's fair game, depending if you have home advantage?
It's because for teams like Bolivia, that's the only thing they have.
It's the only advantage they have.
To be fair, it is. Yeah, it is. They're. Bro, their players are not good.
Don't look at me, bitch. I'm not Colombian here.
Dude, like, how dare they use their own country to play sports?
No, it's fair. That's why. It's fair.
How dare they? How dare the Broncos build their stadium in Denver? How dare they?
That was not their
a dirty ass advantage against the whole team. You know what? Against the whole league.
They used to play in some
3 Super Bowls. I don't think that's an advantage.
3
Super Bowls, bro? 3 Super Bowls? The height is not an advantage. It's players. It's just player based.
No, they used to play. That's why it's there. They used to play in a different place. It was called La Paz, and it was high, but it was not as high as that new place. Since they figured that let's build a stadium there, they were like, 2 weeks ago they didn't play there. This is like a new stadium that they built, and they were this
for
is
that
higher.
Specific reason.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Let's go play over there.
How old is the stadium though? Like how recent?
I think it's new.
Like a year?
I think they just maybe like 2 years or so.
2 years? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy,
and they were like, oh,
dude,
shit.
imagine like the U.S. playing out in like New York or Pittsburgh in like snow and rain against like Mexico, against like South America teams that don't have no snow.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, dude. Like how would you use your own country to help you out in your game?
No, but that's
cheating.
That's kind of my question.
Argentina doesn't do it.
In Argentina, be having
because the refs, they got the refs. They
That's
can
true.
play anywhere.
But they could be playing in La Bombonera, dude, which is a fucking caldera in Argentina. That's the worst stadium ever. It's like hot, bro. Like fans there that will kill for their team. They could be taking every team to the stadium. They don't do it.
Yeah. So it's fair game then. I guess you agree with it.
Yeah, they won. Like shit, we one less player. They anyways won, bro. Like it's
a win is a win.
A win is a win, 100%.
It's not like that. It's not even. They're not gonna make it to the World Cup, right?
They may.
Maybe like with other games afterwards, but this one was like a practice kind of game.
In 3 games. And for being Bolivia, that's something big.
Good.
Hopefully they make it, bro. Like I don't know how they're gonna play in a regular.
Gonna carry that mountain ass fucking field to the World Cup.
That's what everybody's saying right now. Like
and play that shit.
Yeah.
You can bring their own stadium.
Hopefully that's what they're because they play Argentina this Tuesday.
You gotta
in
adjust.
Argentina.
You gotta
adjust.
They're
about to get smacked.
We don't know yet.
But Argentina tied today.
Dude, and that was for Venezuela's ¿cómo se llama? The stadium, I forget the name of the stadium. It's not about a stadium, but it was raining like for 4 hours before the game. They should have moved the game to tomorrow or some other day. The fucking field was a pool, dude. It was like a fucking swimming pool.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I don't know how they play that game, but it was funny as well. I don't know. Like the ball will bounce, it will be like it will move like half a meter. That's it. It was crazy, honestly.
Again, home advantage.
Yeah.
That was not their intention.
How dare you play your own country?
On the other hand, in Bolivia, I was like, the ball will fucking fly, bro. It would just go. It was funny to see. It was like 2 different, like not even. It was
introspective
senses.
No, a lens, because it's a different place where you're seeing it from.
So yeah, introspective lenses.
Yeah.
You still didn't tell me what the fuck that was, Osvaldo.
Yeah, what's up?
It's a lens.
I know. I need you to say it.
Lens, like a camera lens. Sure, you'll see one day.
That's what's up.
And then you use your introspect.
Better by yourself. I hope you do.
He tries to every day.
Yeah. So gentlemen, so we don't go any longer, because what do we think about free speech? Is it still a thing? Is it gonna disappear one day?
Well, if you turn my mic on, I could tell you something about free speech.
Yeah, it's on, man. It's on. It's on, man. You actually sound. You're in there. I was like, go ahead. What do you think about free speech?
Been taken away.
By who?
What do you mean it's been taken away?
The monarchy.
Monarchy. Which monarchy?
Give us context. Come on.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, a certain blue party.
Wouldn't you say it's the new
the new third rate?
The new era?
Fourth rate? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like, you can't say no more what you want no more. And at some point, like, there is a bit of like understandable part where you just can't really like talk shit and like be so horrible against somebody, some things or some people and stuff. You know, like there's a little bit of limit just into like what you're gonna express.
Where's the limit though?
There a limit.
Well, I think the big limit would be like the persons who are saying or choosing into the censorships are the one who are deciding what you can and can't say. So it's not necessarily like you saying, I'm going to abstain from saying certain stuff. It's somebody already telling you, like, no, you can't do these, you can't say these things because it's going to offend somebody else. But for me, it's fine. So it's on that, like, somebody's wanting to choose for me, you know. And, like, there was this clip, there's this video where there's, like, super British lady that explains all of this. That you can't like be living your life, you know, just like hiding and like sheltering your way and like fighting for other people just because there's differences in viewpoints, you know. Like that doesn't mean that this other person is wrong. at some point there has to be like some regular agreements from both parties. But just because one side says it's wrong, it doesn't mean that it's really wrong.
What you're saying
because they're
is
like
that,
talking for other people.
What you're saying is that everyone needs to be PC.
Explain.
So everyone needs to be politically correct.
I think that goes into like the censorship part. You need to please to the masses. You need to like fall into that category. You can't do it on your own. Because then if you start saying like your own stuff, that's where all this cancel culture has started to come. Because everybody else is like, no, you can't say that, and I choose this for everybody else.
Are you politically correct?
No, sir.
I'm in that hometown. Smiling.
I don't got it right.
Didn't believe you. So, because it's been happening to me.
What happened to you?
No, not me personally. I talk my shit every day. But
have you been censored in any way?
It seems that freedom of speech doesn't matter when something. That's when like things start getting censored, companies get involved, and that's just one kind of example of it. Seems like, or even in other professors take other professors kind of agree. They're not gonna want to hire you. Seems that it's been used censor things has been used for certain things like have life for a while, for a long. So is that a thing?
But it's what like a certain select want.
Yeah,
to continue
a specific group or a specific power or a specific. That's when like censor happens. Something, even if it's true or not, it just shouldn't get out because for the most part, you could talk crazy shit. I mean, people do it on the internet every day, like ignorant shit too, where it's just
our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Say something else.
Say something else.
Say something else.
Looking at the camera.
We need to look at the other videos.
See exactly.
You'll find something.
Vulgarness, right?
Find something.
Yeah, because you could say.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Because it seems censorship only occurs when somebody cares about something. All them in power.
Give us an example.
For example, I would say, I mean, regardless of even during COVID, like right or wrong, everybody should have been able to talk about it, like because it was happening to all of us.
Didn't we do it?
Oh, but a lot of stuff was censored. A lot of people did get censored. YouTube censored a lot of COVID shit. That's why you would have the little COVID thing, like.
But what specifically got censored?
Well,
the pandemic facts of it?
Yeah, just
everything
like,
got labeled
like
even misinformation and stuff.
Like there shouldn't even have been misinformation, and regardless of the people that chose to talk about it, right or wrong, they should have been able to talk about it.
But like you see, like that's the thing. Like how you said, like they're using it so it can fit something for them. So a lot of the COVID stuff, like everything was geared to like have vaccines and it helps and this and like what they're forcing us to do and things.
At the UK, I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, a lot of places like they weren't doing it, like, and like for here, like there's a lot of things where like it's like the communication and all that stuff. Like there was a whole lot of like governmental agencies and stuff and like companies that were all saying you need to be vaccinated or you can't work, right? And like some people got fired and all that stuff.
But it's their right. Isn't that freedom of speech? They can say
no.
But that was the thing, like that's your own like description and stuff.
Say no, that should be okay too.
Yeah.
And it was.
At that point, it wasn't.
That's why everybody was confused. That's why everybody was wearing dumbass gloves and fucking doing the most. Like, that's why we were jacking fucking toilet paper, bro. Like we were stashing it like fucking squirrels. Like, that shouldn't have happened because
the
other things should have, like the truth should have been the truth as far as that.
What's the truth?
That was I don't know. I'm not a COVID or vaccine expert by any means, but whatever that truth is or was. It should have just been clear. But
it's been censored off.
But because
it's been labeled as conspiracies now.
That's a perspective for sure.
Introspective.
That's the truth.
But I'm just saying, it just seems every time censorship only happens when somebody is paid, somebody's involved, and so you have to have.
Okay, but what about this? What about?
That's just an example. I'm not either or on. But I'm just saying, if those people that got to say take the vaccine got to talk, I think the other people.
I see.
But
okay.
they were like demonized, and they were everybody like you're a fool. You're like who are
That's why
you with
got
this and this?
COVID thing for YouTube. That was all that was.
But think about this. Okay, so if of course free speech should be a thing, but what about if the free speech is given something that is a lie?
Then it's up to you to investigate, dude. You
Yeah,
have to
it's
be
up to-
you have
it's
to
up
be
to
an
you to think
adult,
for
dude. You
yourself.
have to do your own stuff.
But what if everyone else says the exact same thing?
Look into your own stuff. Dude.
But
Don't follow
what if
people.
there is nothing to find?
There's always things
Because-
to find, dude.
Nah,
What you mean?
Not always.
For you to like look up and like look into stuff,
so
why you're gonna follow and choose somebody? You can't like. There's no information ever to find
there's
stuff.
no
So
background?
imagine 1 + 1 is 2, and everybody thinks it's 2, but as about it comes to me, I'm like,
No,
oh,
but you
what
guys
you
are
mean?
focusing. You guys are focusing on COVID and
No.
and the vaccine. I'm just
It-
talking
it
about
worked for
in
whatever-
general.
it
I'm
worked
just
for-
talking about in general.
it can work for whatever, honestly.
Yeah, because in general, okay, so
I'm not talking about.
any random idea you can say as a fact.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
true.
And of
Especially
course-
now.
And of course, like Jose is saying, like, yes, you can look at other aspects of it. But
As you should.
what if you get enough people convinced that that's the truth? When you know
Did you start with the truth or a lie?
No, with the lie.
Because
So,
then that's also your free speech.
so yeah, of course, yeah, that's still free speech. But at what point do you knowingly spread misinformation where everyone ends up believing it?
Well, that would depend on the person's intentions.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would,
the intentions are bad.
You talk about it. You show it all the time.
Of course, but the intentions are bad. The
Yeah.
intentions are to mislead everyone, and you have succeeded.
The U.S. government.
and I get what you're saying as well, and I agree to a certain degree, but that at the same time you're going against freedom of speech, because
Yeah,
the most ignorant shit has to be like as far as the pureness of that is either here in this country or on an international basis. If you're a democracy, the ignorant shit has to be there as long, because like Cosette said, like, especially because if everything is one-sided, we slowly stop creeping up a door. Do not want to be where we end up where shit's gonna get locked down. Like,
of course.
we're gonna slowly, like, without even thinking, like, because the U.S. closed. Like, let's not forget what happened. Like, we
What they
closed
did?
down. We lost money just due to.
And then they say like, no, we didn't tell nobody to get a
But-
vaccine.
But just to stay on point, because I don't care about COVID vaccine. But you have to let the ignorant much as back, and I think.
But what if the ignorant side wins the other side? Like, let's say again, we have laws right now.
Yeah.
Whatever laws
So
there
then we know
is.
what the separation is.
I know we can't know because let's say there's a law, whatever law there is. Think of any law right now, and think about.
But that's what but that's what like it's leading what Camilo was saying.
Kind of.
If
Yeah.
1 + 1 equals 2, but then you make everybody else believe that 1 + 1 is actually 3.
Mhm.
You know, that's where you know too. Like, no, I know facts where 1 is one thing, and then another one thing only gives me 2 things.
Of
But
So
course.
then
there's
that's where
only
you
one-
look into and you start reading your own stuff, and then you don't follow
But
the
what
other
if there
places.
is no reading? What if you can't read your own stuff?
There's
You're
always
saying-
there's always
No,
information.
let's say censored too.
There's
It's
always
censored.
information.
They deleted that info.
So then,
Doesn't exist.
then you
That
know
shouldn't
that
happen.
then you know that
That
something
shouldn't
would
happen.
then you know you're on the right paths because things were deleted. So then
But you don't
know
know they were deleted. They were never.
you were saying. But then if you can't like find stuff for it,
Or you can find it. That's it. You can find
No,
it.
but
So-
that shouldn't happen either. That's like my whole point. Like, whatever. Because first of all, as far as the pandemic, that was I don't know, in my lifetime that I've seen society experiencing as a whole. So if you want to talk about it in your experience, talk about it. Who gives a fuck, right? So, but it's like you were saying, I agree. But on both things, have to be like
I agree, but again,
Both
that's
things
what I'm
just have
saying.
to be.
But at that
The
point,
truth and the lie has to be allowed.
there's a chance the lie becomes the truth.
But I agree
The
with
victors do right
I
history.
I agree. I agree with Jose though. Like at that point, what's where you stand? Like what are you willing to believe? And like at that point, we do have to give some respect to the public, because you know your body, you know what happened, you know how you took COVID, you know what really happens at that time, because even in that statement, we're giving one thing way too much power.
What are we giving power?
Like whoever is deemed right or who is factual, and even though, like this, check on that at that, like, because that's the opposite of freedom of speech. At the end of the day, now are we talking about that one side is going to guide everybody, and then we're talking about some other dictatorship at this point? We're knocking on different doors because they just weird. Like we can't look at things that way, because the public should be accountable. Like, bro, like what are you consuming? Like, why do you accept this? Why are you okay with
Well,
this?
like, okay, so there's this example with Bolsonaro and Lula in Brazil. Do you know what's going on, Willow?
With the X thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, again, Bolsonaro was a dictator. He had Lula exiled, but there was an uprising. Lula came back. He came back. He became president, but at the same time, the opposition still had enough power to basically convince large parts of Brazil that Bolsonaro was still in power. So
That definitely happened.
again, Lula, the real president, at that point on X, that's the reason he banned X, because the opposition was getting so much power through X that everyone started to believe Bolsonaro was still in power.
Yeah, and that's really bad. And I think that's easy to happen in a country as Brazil, but in wide scale, we're just gonna take everybody's phones just because certain people are watching certain videos. Like we got to see where we're crossing.
Of course,
line.
that's what we were talking about. But again, I feel like that line, I don't know if you'll ever find a line, because in this case, let's say they never, Lula never
gets power back.
Yeah.
And he gets the country.
Yeah. What if
Yeah,
Lula
that'd be horrible.
never did do anything, and he just let them continue? Enough people believed Bolsonaro was in power, and Bolsonaro comes back and exiles him again.
But don't you guys think that there's always a that gets misled? Like there's always
there's always gonna be
there's always a crowd that takes in the lie, takes as actual. Like no matter what, like no matter the situation, there's always some sort of weird hermit ass group that believes the lie. It makes it a thing. Like
but that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point does that small group get so big enough where it takes over the truth?
No, that's definitely a thing, and I think that's why Brazil probably did it, because it was probably gonna get to. And that was probably his plan. He was probably gonna try to get back in power after getting exiled, right? And I think that's very specific to that type of country. Because, wow, but it's just because Brazil. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it a democracy?
Well, now with Lula, like
but it's kind of always been, right?
Well,
it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be, right? Yeah, like when you're playing under that label, and for you to just take something from the, or like even before we had social media, even if like before newspapers, like the fact if people couldn't speak to each other to share information, just take that.
Actually, remind me of.
Go ahead.
Do you know that Venezuela is going to Christmas right now?
What the fuck?
Not a joke.
Oh,
Maduro just called October Christmas.
Pendejo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Catholics over there?
So freedom of speech, huh? We're not letting them express themselves, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a very specific thing to a small country that's powerless.
To different people.
and
Well, how come we don't like make so much mad stuff about Chinese New Year? There's a Jewish New Year. There's a Korean New Year.
Celebrate Chinese
There's
New
a
Year.
Canada
We
Thanksgiving.
do celebrate Chinese New
Yeah.
Year.
Like a week from
But
now.
so like, how are those like okay? but then Venezuela saying, "Hey, it's Christmas." Like, oh no, it can't be Christmas. But Chinese New Year, oh, yes, acceptable. Jewish New Year, acceptable. Hanukkah, acceptable. Everything else acceptable, but Christmas, but Christmas happening. In Venezuela, but Christmas that can't happen. But it's that can't happen, right? It's happening.
Right? Let's make Christmas right now.
That's this thing. Like that's what we're talking about right now. So that's like part of the censorship where Camilo's right now like, how is it Christmas now, and they can't because they're expressing themselves, but Camilo's like, no, you can't say it, you can't do this. It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
No, but you're confusing my personal opinion as far as I can't say nobody, bro. Like that was just my reaction because that's foolish.
We're censored
from my perspective, but that's just my opinion. That's not.
But that's where it starts because it's like a thing against you. Okay. You can't accept it to be like, okay, yeah, they do their stuff, whatever. You have to comment on it. You have to be against it. No, that's not the right Christmas day. That's not this. That's not that. So in a way, you would be like in favor of that censorship because what they talk about, what they express, like, hey, this is my expression. This is my day. No, you can't say can't say this is your day because it's actually this day. What I tell you that it's this day.
No, yeah,
Christmas
you know,
is actually October 10th.
So yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Christmas is actually October 10th.
Oh, for sure, man.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
but no, I just it's weird when people wanna manipulate what's like natural to us.
Like freedom of speech is really accepted only when somebody else is saying and talking about things that you're in favor for.
Yeah.
But when somebody is saying
you're gonna
things,
make money off.
Yeah, how you were saying like this all the time. But if somebody's against or like has a different sort of view, then it's different. You can't, right? So you're only for something that's like equal with you on the same page, and what you say it's okay. But if somebody has a different view, you can't say things like that because that's their reality, dude.
And as far as what Osvaldo said to me, that's a casualty of a modern warfare. That like at that point, that's how modern war.
Let it be.
No, not let it be because we're gonna take them down and kill whoever we need to kill and get the fuck out of the way. But that's just a casualty of these way that war can be, or how these build something up.
So if you were Lula, you would go kill Bolsonaro.
Because it's against your views.
Well, yeah. At that point, I'm running a country. We taking those bodies with us. Like,
so then there's no freedom.
Like at that point, like we got.
That's true. At that point, there's no freedom.
Well, yeah.
But that's that dilemma.
Right.
Like that's that super
right.
moral dilemma stuff. Like for half of it, you could be like, yeah, it's okay, you could do this, but then the other stuff, So like, yeah, weird. It's like this mixture stuff. Like if you were to see like a guy beating up a girl, right? At that point, like, it's their decision to do their stuff. And if you intervene, you're going against their decisions. So you're imposing your own beliefs into, like, no, you can't hit a girl. But if that guy believes that he could do it, then you're against it. But then everybody like, hey, you can't hit a girl. There's safety, it's protection. So there's one half that says it's okay. But then there's other half that says, like, no.
So well, maybe because it would be up to the population's...
For your own self to do the investigation?
Well, no, it would be up to the population's decision of what they believe is right and wrong.
There should be certain standards.
But based on the population.
But that wouldn't be so good because, like, if we say, like, there's a standard for the population as a whole, how come there's, like, rapists and all they have to do is just be registered? Well, listen, there's not, like, no extra extreme, like, protection against them and stuff. Right? We all say it's bad.
Let's not go so
far. But you are going
to
say and be like, okay, yeah, they could be my neighbor.
I agree, right? Because I think there should be a standard for AI. I think there should be a standard for a lot of things that are occurring right now. Be able to understand. But there's not a real standard in this country, and it's in its constitution. It's more of a marketing. There's this standard at some point, because we're trying to mess with our nature, is kind of like, it's weird. There's no real standard because
the standard is whatever the population says it is. So like in Jose's example, right now we say it is bad for a guy to hit a woman, but if enough of the population switch to it's okay to hit a woman, that will be the new standard.
But it's not like the viewpoint, because that's what happens within like the Middle East and stuff. They follow that sort of Bible sort of religion path and power and stuff, and that's okay with them. But then we're like, no, you can't do that. But the Bible says it, and then you go turn around and say like, yeah, I follow one of the same Bibles too. But you're not for that sort of treatment. and then somebody does it, and they're following the same sort of book and standards you have, but you're like, no, you can't do that. Nah. So it's always like a personal sort of stuff. Like, there can't be any sort of censorship part, because then you're always going to be against somebody. You're going to like mute them. You're going to just belittle them. So then,
because it's fun to see how we find.
At that point, there's no truth.
And that's
everybody
that's
makes
what
their own
scares
truth.
me. That's what scares me, because we're trying to manage something that's almost so unmanageable, that only in way. No. 100%. There's no other line where, hey,
I wouldn't even say the government again.
and the internet has.
So it's like, again, population wise. So whatever the general population believes, like we were talking about earlier, where like let's say 1 + 1 = 2. If enough of the general population switch to 1 + 1 = 3, that's the new rule. Like again,
but does it mean? But if it's not okay, if you know it's not right,
but if that's the, is that what,
It
if
will-
that's
it will
what the
be the
population
norm.
is saying, that's
you're just gonna follow along, not question. Not
No,
do
you
anything
can't. I
against.
mean, no, because you know. But then again, will you go against them?
Yeah, you could always keep your
Why?
own decision, because it's your own personal decision. You know
But
certain
then
things.
they don't respect you. Though.
It doesn't matter. Why would you follow along with everybody else when you know it's wrong?
Yeah, it's no.
Point.
Osvaldo's right. It's just, it almost seems like ignorance is on privacy of your own. Like, it's just everybody believes +1 I guess walking through what he says. and
That's
he
dumb,
just-
dude.
No, unless you want to be the Messiah and try to change it, like, which it should be the right thing to do. But then again,
But that it,
try to go tell Maduro followers that he's not a smart guy.
That's not gonna be. That's like trying to talk to somebody.
Whenever something like he's saying happens, then they will see him as the dumb guy he is, and then they'll be like, "Oh shit, we have a dumb donkey as a president." Literally. But then again,
I
how
don't
do you
know.
do that?
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's just
You're gonna start investigating, doing whatever Jose's saying, but then they either kill you or make you look. You know you're right.
yeah, they make you
Crazy
Like you're
person.
crazy.
A conspiracy theorist.
because look,
See, it's because there's certain things like as conspiracy theorists and stating the obvious though. Maduro is not a smart guy,
no,
or
he's just the fucking really practical.
He's a dumbass.
Not even
How the
like
fuck
that.
you get people to fuck?
Guns,
Mm.
power.
Just killing their families.
Yeah,
Army is under his power.
yeah.
And
How do you
it's-
think Biden is still going on, dude?
Fair enough. I thought he at least had something like this.
He's
Nah.
Any other bad guy.
Nah, not this guy.
This
he's
guy
a
just-
funny guy. He's just funny. He's just like a comediante. He's
He's a clown.
not. I don't want to respect him.
At
but
times, yeah, dude. Dude,
he's just like a comedian.
dude,
dude.
he's
just a
in a
comedian.
fucking like celebrity
You call him a
battle and
comedian,
shit.
but you don't want to disrespect nobody.
hell?
Wait, say that again?
He's-
He's in like a celebrity battle with
With who?
He's doing
like the
TikTok
most
battles.
recent, dude, the most recent, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's like true or not and shit, but like, because he often like he'd be like a press conference and he'd be talking like some dumb shit like about him and celebrities. Like, oh yeah, we were high fiving and we would take pictures together, and I was there after your concert. It's like that's like really just like made up shit, you know. So yeah, so that's like your own comments and stuff. And at that point, if you don't do your own research, right, like that's your freedom taken away.
he doesn't do his own research. So from the beginning, he's just fucking misinformation.
Yeah. So then there, if you follow that and you're doing your own stuff, then that time you.
And they do follow that, even though
But again, what's to say the whole world doesn't follow Maduro?
that's the most dangerous thing. Like, why Hitler had followers? Why Alexander the Great had followers, even though he was not a good person, by the way.
No, he
Why a lot of fucking monarchs had followers? Maybe because what
Power,
was
guns.
saying, power guns.
That's
People
the only
not wanting
reason
to
they
see the
stay in
truth
power.
or wanting to, but they get killed. It's
happens
just,
quite a lot.
it happens.
So no matter what, freedom of speech gets manipulated.
It's always gonna
and
be
depending
censored.
on the point in history, it either goes super negative and dark, or it works out, like what we're living now, as far as our experience.
I don't know if it ever really works out, dude.
I don't think it'll ever work out.
No,
Because, again,
well, but we have characters like Alexander and Hitler, like doesn't work out, but they have their time and their moment, and they do, and they destruct and they take, right? They have their moment. It works out that way for that time being. Afterwards, obviously, but it works out in that time.
Well, of course, like let's look at the United States right now. Let's say we do end up getting rights restricted, and it just keeps getting more restricted over time. At a certain point, everyone will fall on their line, I guess, and it'll work out for however long until there is someone that, I guess, speaks out. But again, during that time, it is going to be normal not to have any freedom of speech. That's how it's always been in history too.
No, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I guess when, and you're right. I guess when I hear that, we're dying. Like, you're gonna have to like Homeland Security. Don't give me, not going down.
So you'll stay for your beliefs.
Like, imagine, like, yeah, it just like, but it you're right. That's what it is gonna happen, and it will happen at some point, because okay, per se like that. But that's when we start. I don't think I could. I just.
But even in the underground, they also have a viewpoint.
Is the allegory of the cave?
No, yeah. But I think.
At that point, you have to be your own person.
No, yeah.
But
Or
without anybody.
How
and that's
dare you
fine.
be your own person?
I know, right? Like,
And you don't follow into society's rules?
Yeah,
How
like,
dare you?
I don't know.
How dare
I
you?
just. You're right, but I struggle with. Have to do. I just never live.
Yeah.
I don't just.
So if you feel that,
Only because you tell me
so then that
1 plus 1 is 3, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
that censorship beating you down, and you know it's there.
Yeah, like.
So that's the censorship right there. Yeah.
As soon as I start feeling that pressure, don't catch me fucking mountain hiking in some.
And that's how you know that there's that
and I'll be
censorship.
gone. Yeah,
But they send you to hack that mountain specifically.
Nah,
Well, that's the point.
That's the last resource.
Yeah, that's the last reason. My soul will be. No, but you're right. I just, to me, in a personal take, that's when I hear those words, I just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because you're trying to take something so human for me that I worked so hard to get. And
But you fighting back is, they said, is.
But I don't think I would fight back, because you're right. I would have to develop a group, and I don't know that. And no, I would separate myself from this. I would have an ex. Or some shit.
Then you'll be denying Portugal's freedom of speech.
And you would have to follow
Portugal.
Portugal's freedom of speech, whatever they deem it.
Well, whatever country I can get away with, that I get away with now.
How about heaven?
So then we agree that there's censorship everywhere. Because you have to
at
follow
that
what
point,
they're
there's
saying.
Censorship, yeah.
Yeah, you have to follow what that
Yeah,
country's telling you.
And that brings us back to why I wanted to bring this up. It's almost like not real. It's expandable. It's something. It's supposed to be something so beautiful to run up.
Express yourself.
Yeah, or to run a civilization.
Yourself.
Not really.
Yeah, but
I
Again,
mean,
the only freedom of speech you have is with your own self.
yeah, like when you're
Exactly, but
private in
if
your
you
own
think
voice.
if you think something and you say
And
it
then-
yourself because you believe it, somebody's gonna be like, no, that's not what I believe.
and then
there's that
and
trouble
then we
there.
get to the point where we can like fucking communicate with our mind, and even that our own thoughts are not even private no more.
But then at that point, who's wrong? Who's right and wrong?
yeah.
But then that's the part where like, you start to read
But
stuff on your own.
The
So you can decide like, okay, so these things are mostly good and identify with
But
these
you can
mostly
be
goods.
wrong yourself too.
But if there's like evidence from all the past and everywhere else, and that's what you're following,
But then how about if you follow a blind path with no end?
blind path.
Yeah, like
No,
there's
that,
no
I
end.
said you're supposed to like look into your own stuff.
Yeah, but there's no. Yeah, it's like me trying to look why 1 + 1 is 3.
So you'll just be
what
like
is-
blindly
what's waiting
be
for
like,
me?
okay. You need to look into stuff like what takes you to 1, what takes you to the 1 + 1, what takes you to the 3.
And if I discovered they were right, then everything's cool.
Well, then your journey was great, yeah, because you
So you
challenged
joined-
it
you
and then
end
you
up
found
joining
it.
something then.
Yeah, but you have to
Oh,
look
okay.
for your stuff.
Okay.
at some point, certain ethics, certain philosophy, certain morals, and certain part of being human have to go back to respecting them. At some point, there can't be this fucking tussle. It can't be this just because you have a fucking brain and you can no, like certain like part of human nature is, and I think that's why we even can have even this argument is had on the internet. Just, certain things are not held high anymore. Ethics or morals or just a general
But
philosophy.
they change over time too.
They,
Yes, I guess if you want to believe that, I guess I still think certain human things are what they are. The only thing I can agree that has changed is when we get into the tech stuff and the AI, and then that's when we're talking about change. But these little things that people believe are at the core, they're not. It's just they're not. We still go back. That's why we still go back to Aristotle. We still go back to the old people. Been talking about this shit. That's why we still we still go back to a lot of things.
But whatever reality they were wrong. You're just following their programming.
Yeah, but we can say that about anything. Osvaldo.
Of course.
We can say that about anything. At some point, reality has to be closed off. At some point.
At what point though?
The standard has some
there's
point.
no
there's
point.
no gonna. I don't think there's gonna be any standard at any point.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either. But I think that's the heart. That's what hurts me the most. Me personally, as the thinker I am, that we've gone so far away from our own humanity that's where we're at now. Like you can disagree to anything you want, even if it's right or wrong. But you could just disagree. You could just say no, I don't think that, or like what you just told me right now. Like it's that simple. It's just I don't like it. I personally don't. I think it's disgusting how we're about to try to teach another being how to be human, and we don't even know how the fuck how to be human ourselves. I'm talking about AI. But ladies and gentlemen, any final things? I don't want to be.
But even then, AI is made by us. At that point,
It's programmed to be certain ways.
So at that point, it wouldn't even have a standard either.
No, well, that's why it's weird, disgusting. We're about to teach another being to try to be human, and we're so far gone into what we are, or don't know what we are anymore. It's gonna be no standard. But ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties, but we got here. We ended exactly where I wanted to end it. Thank you, Camilo. Thank you, Osvaldo. Thank you, Jose. Like and subscribe if you care what MTI got going on. This is where you're gonna find us. Vlogs, 2 vlogs coming out by next week, right, Camilo? Work. 2 vlogs coming out on the Introspective show, and I got another one, and then me and Osvaldo are showing another vlog on Sunday, so be waiting for that. We want to put more videos out for y'all. That's kind of my goal going into the new year for this channel. More videos. Still gonna stream and all that stuff, but more videos. Water. Don't find your humanity. Peace.
Merry Christmas. Happy